What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a good day so far. So, as you can see, we got Ruby back. How exciting. Look at her. And huh. Well, that was interesting. I didn't think it would be making that much of a noise. Huh. Well, anyways, we got her back with a new turbo. How cool! So, in honor of her being back, we got a little treat. We got a little package from Boost Auto Parts, which is super cool. It's a little wiring harness for the mirrors. Isn't that kind of cool? It's gonna be installed right there. Let's go. So I'm not quite sure why she did that, but I'm happy that she's back. Oh yeah. So like I said, Boost Auto Parts was nice enough to send us a little mirror harness. What this is gonna do is it's going to turn this little portion right here into a daytime running light as well as a turn signal. And depending on if you have an 8-pin or a 22-pin, just look underneath. If you have a puddle light like I do, it's a 22. If you do not, then it is an 8. So we have a 22-pin harness to turn this bad boy into a daytime running light. Let's go ahead and get into that install. Alright, so I already opened the box, I already went through it just to make sure everything was here. And it is, so if the packaging is a little different in your setup, now you know why. So, opening it up, you get a whole bunch of bubble wrap to protect the parts. Then inside one bag, you get one part of the harness, one for each mirror. And then, in another bag, nice and secured, you get the other part of the harnesses. So, like I said, one is gonna be for one mirror, one's gonna be for the other, and then same with these. So with these, we're gonna be able to turn our normal just turn signal mirror into a running light mirror as well as a turn signal. So let's go ahead and get into that install. All right, so once when you have your door open, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is remove this little plastic piece. There's a pin right here, there, and then there's two down here that attach it to the door. So just get your fingers behind it. It should pop right out. All right, so this is what it should look like when you're done. All you need to do is pop this little wiring harness out. Make sure this is removed from the clip. And then we're gonna cut this tape so that we have a little bit more wire wheel room to do this harness conversion. All right, so once when you have the tape down, you're gonna look for the 7th pin. I kind of drew it out here. So the 7th pin at the top, that's gonna be the one that you're gonna want, and it's gonna be a green wire with a brown stripe. Once when you have this wire, you're gonna wanna cut it somewhere down here so that way it's easier for you to splice into. And that way it's not super close to the connector, so you don't have to worry about any wiring issues. Alright, so once when you know which wire you're gonna wanna cut, you can remove your tool. Go ahead and cut that wire. You're gonna wanna strip it just a little bit so that you can get some good connection from each little spot. Alright, so once when you have both those wires cut, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to connect the two cables that they gave you. And what's really important is that this single orange cable is going to go into the connector. So it's going to be facing towards this way, and then I'll show you where these other cables attach, which is going to be right here, and then in another pin into the connector as well. So let me go ahead, connect this, crimp it, and then I'll show you what to do after that. All right, so I had a little trouble with the crimper on the first one, but we ended up getting it. So the first one is crimped, single orange cable to the connection side, and then you're gonna wanna use the blue cable to connect to the end of the other wire that we cut, and then crimp that bad boy. And then what we're gonna wanna do is use these that they supplied for us. One's gonna go on wire 12, which is this one right here, and then another one on wire 22. And so, I don't know if you guys can see, but right there, there's wire 12. So, we're gonna use this, crimp into it, and then we're gonna plug the orange cable into this one, and then, well, they're cleaning our streets. Cool. And then the black wire, which is ground, right there, and it's wire 22. All right, so this isn't the prettiest picture. I didn't really do a very good job, but these T-taps, so the orange one is gonna be tapped into wire 12, which is the very bottom left, and then the black one is gonna be T-tapped into bottom 22, which is the last one, which is ground. So once when you have those, all you need to do, plug it back in, make sure everything is situated and doesn't get caught by any of the door panels. Also guys, just make sure you wanna heat shrink these tubing so that way they don't let any stuff in. So I don't really have a heat gun, so I'm just gonna use a lighter, but I'm gonna go ahead, heat shrink these, and then we will be good to go. So I'm gonna pop this on, and then I'll show you guys the difference between the left side and the right side. It's back on, no cables in sight. And it's on. Going over to this side that doesn't have it yet, it's not on. So let's go ahead and do this side, and then the installation will be complete. Look at that, so cool. Alrighty guys, so just a little demonstration on the passenger side. So we have the 7th wire cut. This is gonna be blue. We stripped off the wire coating so that way the pure wire is just showing. Then what we're gonna wanna do is the orange cable is gonna go in the top towards the connection. And then this blue cable right here, oh, right there, is gonna go at the bottom connection. Then what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna crimp this one, and then we're gonna heat shrink both of these, both of these ones onto here. That way no water or anything gets inside and it's a secure connection. All right guys, so here's what it's gonna look like. So wire 7, we cut that, splice that on there, and then that's gonna go straight to the orange wire going into the connection tab. And then the remaining wire that's down here is gonna be with this blue wire that we heat shrunk as well. And then, let's see if I can get this out for you. There we go. And so then, wire 12, which is the bottom left, absolute bottom left, we T-tap that to the orange wire, which is right here. And then we T-tap the negative, which is pin 22, which is the very bottom right, with the black wire. And that's pretty much it. After we heat shrunk it, we're good to go. Just plug that in. Let me get all these wires out of the way, and then I can put this cover back on, and then we should be good to go. Now, on one side, and now we got the other side. Look at that. That's so cool. So we got like amber there from boost. We got amber right there, and then when the turn signal. Oh my gosh. Look at that. How freaking cool. All right, well, pretty cool. Alrighty guys, and just like that, this video's over, so thank you very much for watching. If you want to pick up one of these wiring harnesses, there's going to be a link down below. That's first one ever, and it's kind of cool. So anyways, if you have any questions, let me know down below. Give a big shout out to Ruby for being back, even though she made a little sound earlier, don't know why. But she got a new turbo, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so hit that bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Alright guys, and here's a nighttime view of what it looks like. Looks super cool. Oh yeah. That thing looks so dope. Awesome. So yeah, like I said, if you want to pick one of those up, link will be down in the description below. Dang. Look at that. That's so cool. Awesome. So clean. I mean, the lights were already there before, but now that they're actually on all the time, that's so cool. All right, well, peace.